Hello guys, welcome to this Java tutorial for beginners. In today's video, we will talk about abstract classes in Java. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, let us understand abstract class in Java with help of the example. So consider this simple program. So here we have this class A and it contains your talk method, right? And in our main method, I have simply called this talk method. So simply it will print the hello onto our console, right? So let me execute the program now. Now let me compile and execute the program. So let me execute it. And as you see, we have the output as hello, right? Now, let us see how we can make any class an abstract class. So in order to make your class abstract, what we need to do is we need to simply add this keyword abstract. So I type abstract. And now our class A becomes an abstract class, right? So let me compile the program first and see what happens. Now let us compile the program. And as you see, we have the compilation error. A is abstract, cannot be instantiated. So this error simply means that we cannot create the instance of our class A, right? Now let us see how we can use the members of an abstract class. So in order to use the members of an abstract class, what we need to do is we need to implement inheritance. So here what I have done is I have created this non-abstract class B and it extends the class A, which is your abstract class, right? And in the main method, what I have done is I have created the instance of class B and then called the talk method using the reference of class B, right? So let me run this program once again. Now let me compile and execute the program and we should have the output as hello. And as you see, we have the output as hello printed onto our console. Now next thing what you need to know about your abstract class is that your abstract class can contain abstract methods as well. So we will see this right now. Now you know that you can write normal method something like this. So I can type public void method one, then we have the round brackets and the opening and the closing parentheses. So this is your method body, right? So inside the parentheses we have the method body, right? But our abstract method are totally different. So our abstract method does not contain the method body, right? And after the round brackets, what we do is we simply add this semicolon, right? And before or after our public keyword, we need to add this abstract keyword as well. So now this becomes your abstract method. So your method one is your abstract method, right? So what I'll do is I'll try to call this method. So I type b dot method one, right? And let us see what happens next. Now let us compile the program once again. And as you see, we have the compilation error. B is not abstract and does not override abstract method one in A, right? So let us fix this error. Now let us see how we can fix the compilation error. So as you must have noticed, in our class B I have this public void method one, right? So this method one is nothing but your method one from the abstract class A, and what I have done is I have simply overridden the method, right? And one thing you must notice is that I have not used this abstract keyword while I am overriding the method, right? But I have all the access modifier, the return type and the method name and the method parameters, right? So let me run this program once again and the output should be proper. Now let me execute the program. So let me run this. And as you see, we have the proper outputs. On first line, we have this hello and below that we have this hello from method one. All right. So whenever we have an abstract method in our abstract class, what we need to remember is that the rules of method overriding follows, right? So our class B is also called as concrete class, right? So in this class B, when we are overriding the method one, we are following the rules of method overriding, right? So here we have this abstract method which is public, and the return type is void, and the method one does not contain any parameter, right? So similarly in our concrete class B, whenever we are overriding, so we will have the method signature similar to that. So we have this method name and the method parameter which is empty, right? And the return type will also be same. So we have void in our abstract method. Similarly, we also have void in our overridden method, right? And also the public access modifier, right? So here we have this public access modifier. So we will also need to write public access modifier in our base class, right? So all the rules of method overriding needs to be followed whenever we are overriding an abstract method, right? So suppose if I make this to a default access level, then we'll get the compilation error as we would have got in our any normal method, right? And one final thing what you need to know about your abstract class and abstract method is that whenever you have any abstract method in a class, then you need to make your class abstract, otherwise you'll get the compilation error. And next thing what you need to remember is that if your class is an abstract class, then it may or may not contain any abstract methods. All right, so that is it for the today's video. And don't forget to subscribe for more Java programming videos like this. And I will see you until next time.